Hello. Ignore the mess in my son's bedroom, but editing Rainy here saying that she didn't actually start the vlog. So I'm starting the vlog with baby girl right here. And I remember from my last vlog that I was going to give you updates on what happened when I read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I gave it a 4-star. Brittany and Kelsea gave it a 5-star. I was not as impressed with it. I really liked it. And I read it in like 2 sittings basically. But the reason that I didn't love it, I didn't understand the whole purpose behind like one of the actions of the main characters that like ended up like I just didn't understand like I guess her reasoning for why she was doing everything she was doing, and so it kind of knocked off a star for me in that regard. And the ending was just kind of like lackluster to me. Right, baby girl? I really enjoyed the book, but it wasn't like everything that like everyone is saying. Like it's probably not going to be on my top books of the year. Like I know it's going to be on theirs, but it's just fine. So anyway, this is where I'm going to start the vlog. And now we're going to dip in. You're going to see the rest of it. This is a very chaotic vlog, but like aren't all vlogs chaotic? I realized about 10 minutes into the sprint that I had an alarm on my phone that I had pressed silence, and I should not have pressed silence because that was tickets for the email list for Melanie Martinez for her concert, who, if you don't know who Melanie Martinez is, she's fabulous. You should listen to her, but I'm obsessed with her. I've been obsessed with her since she was on The Voice, and she's doing a trilogy tour. So all 3 of her albums, because, you know, everyone and their mother is doing that now. And I'm obsessed. So I went and I sprinted to get tickets, because when I went to buy tickets the other day for her concert on her email list, I had waited too long and they sold out completely. So she added 2 Florida shows and I got tickets. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to see her. I'm very, very excited. So that's what I did most of the sprint. It was Hunger Games-esque on Ticketmaster, trying to get tickets. And then I got to 6% of this. So there are about 1 million Discord windows open. And I'm just going to go through and press enter on all of them. So let me put baby girl down and then we'll make some magic happen. Starting at the tippity top.
Hungry, you left me cold. Good Lord, Heather, you've got no soul. What goes around comes back again, and I don't feel sorry for you. April showers won't save dead flowers. I've got the power and I'm moving on. April showers won't save dead flowers. I've got the power and I'm moving on, moving on, moving
Hello friends, you're getting a car update really quick. I just went to the library to pick up some more library books. I am 85% of the way through the fine print right now and I'm absolutely loving this. It's probably going to be a 5-star and this is my room 7 book, so I'm almost done. I'm actually on track for once in my life. And so I plan on finishing this tonight so that I'm able to start Terms and Conditions, book 2 on Breeze sprints tonight. But then I picked up a couple more books from the top 20 romance. I wanted to have all of them just in case, like when they get announced that like I'm not missing a book that I needed. So I got The Long Game by Elena Armas, which I don't actually know if this is going to make it or not, but I do have it. I have Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Again, I don't know if this is going to make the top 10. I have Pucking Around by Emily Rath, and I really pray this does not make it, because this is a 740-page book. 740 pages. That is insane. I don't want to read this. I really don't want to read this. And then I also have Hello Stranger by Catherine Center, which I also don't want to read. And apparently I've heard her books are not really romance. They are more lit fic. But this is only like 300 pages, so whatever. If I have to read this, I have to read this. But I picked those up. I think I'm waiting on like 2 more books to come in, and then I will have everything. And now I'm going to go to Target because I found a gift card, or Eloise knocked a gift card onto the floor that I didn't know I had. And it had 10 bucks on it. So I'm going to go treat myself with a book. So I'm going to do that, and then I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hello, friends. It is American Thanksgiving over here. So happy Turkey Day to those who celebrate, and the ones that don't. Happy No Turkey Day. I'm here with a bunch of updates. I want to update you on the fine print because I finished that last night. I want to update you on Terms and Conditions because I'm reading that right now. I want to share a book haul with you. And then I'm going to let you see a little bit of my Pango hauling journey. Okay, anyway. So let's talk about the books that I hauled first. I went to, well, actually, let's talk about all the stuff that I got. I got a couple of library books as well. Actually, I already did a library clip because I am smart and ahead of the game, so I already did that. So anyway, after I went to the library, I went to Target, which I was trying to film there, but there was people watching me in like all the aisles, and I didn't want to be that awkward girly that just filmed anyway. Like I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't be about it. So anyway, that deterred me. But I went in for one book, and then I happened to grab two because I had a gift card. I had a $10 gift card that Eloise, had found on the floor. And then I realized that it was buy two, get one free for Black Friday. So I had to buy one more. Like, you see how I couldn't just walk away with just two for the price of it. Anyway, so I walked in, and the first one that I grabbed was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I saw this, and I knew I needed to buy it because even though I just got the audiobook off of Libby, I absolutely loved Part of Your World so very much that I figured I was going to love this one as well. And so I wanted to actually physically own it. So I am going to be reading this very soon for the Goodreads romance. And then I saw this and I immediately wanted it, Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, because I've heard a lot about this and I was hoping that it would have made it to the top Goodreads romance, but it didn't quite. But I'm still very excited in it, especially because apparently she's like a popular fanfic artist for like, I think Hermione or something. I'm not entirely sure what she's written, but I'm very excited to get to this. And then I was going back and forth on the third book that I should pick up. I almost picked up The Throne of whatever, the new one by Carrie Maniscalco, but I wanted the Barnes & Noble edition because it's pink and it was pretty. So instead, I just went with Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten, which is a fantasy romance. I think it's on either fantasy or romantasy right now, but I'm not gonna lie. I have not heard the best things about this book, so the only reason I could justify buying it right now is because I used a gift card to basically, and it was basically free. So anyway, those are the three books that I got for my beautiful haul. So love getting books. And now let's do an update on the fine print. So I know I didn't update like at all while I was reading this book. I was just having the best time with this book. I was living my best life with this book. For some reason, I've been putting this book off for like over a year because I don't know. I just figured like I didn't understand the hype behind it. I figured all the girlies were wrong and that this book is not going to be that razzle and dazzle, but like I was blown away with this book. Rowan and Zara are so cute. Rowan is just so sweet. All the things that he did for her. Like there was one thing in particular with an author that I was just like, this is my man. I loved this book. I thought it was so cute. I loved the whole story behind it. I think Zara, my friend said that Zara was really annoying. I didn't think she came across that way. Honestly, I just really loved this romance. Like, I very much appreciated it. Like, he was just great. He wasn't too grumpy. He changed for her. She changed for him. Like, it was just so good. So anyway, 5 stars. This is a 5-star. I'm very excited. And then I had a conversation with Neva and Kelsea, and Kelsea said the next book, which follows Declan, the older brother, which is actually my least favorite brother because he's very grumpy. I don't know if I'm going to like him. Is her least favorite book, but is Neva's favorite book. And Neva said that if I liked this one a lot, that I'm not going to love Terms and Conditions as much. So we will see. I'm ultimately just reading the 2 of those so I can get to the final offer for Goodreads, but it'd be what it be. So that is the fine print update. And then as far as terms and conditions go, I'm currently on page 108, so I still have a good like a good 350 pages left of this book because it's kind of a chunker. And this one follows Declan and Iris. And so this one is about the older brother. And if I didn't tell you what all these books are about, basically each brother, there are 3 brothers that are basically like high up in like this Disneyland type company. Like their grandfather owns it, like their family owns it. And when the grandfather dies, he passes his will on and says that in order for them to inherit like their huge like I guess dowry, whatever it is, their inheritance. In order to get their inheritance, they have to do something big in order to do it. And so for the first one, Rowan had to pitch this giant project, like, and he only had 6 months to get it together, of how he's going to make Dreamland better, because, like, he just wants something, he wants Dreamland to be better. And so he has 6 months to pitch, like, some project that's, like, headed towards that. And so this is his journey. For Declan, he's not allowed to actually take over CEO of the company until he is married and has a kid, to like ensure that the inheritance will continue on. And so of course no one wants to marry him because he's this grumpy ass dude who's like just only cares about work or whatever. And so he ends up getting into a fake marriage arrangement with his secretary Iris, who has been his secretary since like day 1. And so like she ends up having to step into the role after the woman that they had hired to do it like backs out at the last second. And so like they already have a pre-established relationship. They should be able to like convince everybody of that, and so it is a fake marriage trope, but they only have 2 weeks before they're actually getting married, and then they have to pop out a kid pretty soon after. So that is where we're at with this one. And Declan is just not very nice to Miss Iris, and so I'm not exactly loving this so far, but I'm hoping maybe like my attitude towards him will change soon once like their relationship changes. I really like Iris. I think she's sassy. I think she's spunky. I think she's great. So that's where we're at with this one. Honestly, I'm more excited to get to the third book because I really like Cal and I'm intrigued by Cal. And Cal is the other brother and he's like best friends with Iris in this. And it made me question like, why are Iris and Cal not together? But I've heard like Cal, like you just got to get to his story to understand it all. So that's where we are with that. Now I feel like I've been talking at you for like forever. So anyway, I'm going to move on. Which fine print I actually was able to read for my room number 7. I forgot to say. I was going to read the Shark Smut book. However, I was finally ahead for once and I realized that this book actually worked for prompt 7. So I knocked out prompt 7. Hopefully I will finish this soon and this will be a bonus book. I submitted number 7 for Mr. Green. So they got the fine print. I don't know who terms and conditions is going to yet. But I'm going to actually package up some Pango orders right now. So if you saw my latest video, then you saw that I had like a giant unhaul where I unhauled like 61 books. And so I actually have sold a couple of those. I sold the Thursday Murder Club and then I sold this package of historical fiction books like When We Left Havana, When We Left Cuba, all that. So I'm going to actually package those up really quick and get them ready to send out after Thanksgiving. And then we're headed soon to Thanksgiving, to my mother-in-law's to do Thanksgiving lunch. And so that's the plan. We're going to put up the Christmas tree tonight. Well, we already put it up, but we're going to decorate it tonight. So I'll have some images of that. I've got to take out all my decorations. It's going to be a whole Christmassy, Thanksgiving-y type affair. Okay. I've been talking off your ear for 5 minutes. So, I'm going to go and let you watch me package some Pango stuff.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Absolutely. Wait. Oh God. Wait, which one's first? Which one's
From the movie.
Oh no. Okay.
Just do it. Go. I'll just do the whiskey next time.
You don't have to take the whole thing of gravy.
Friends, we are doing this update on my new phone because my camera is taking forever to upload the other data to, or the other video clips. I only have one, memory card. I should get more. But anyway, yes, I'm in my Christmas jammies. I just got these from Target. I love them so much. They are fabulous. Lincoln, come show off your Christmas jammies. Come here. Lincoln also got some Christmas jams. Look at him. Say, no, right here. Look. Say, I'm stylish.
I'm stylish.
All right, go play. We got baby Eloise. Okay, hold on. We got Eloise some too and Dad, but they are not wearing this right now. So anyway, I have a couple of things to update, so let's just get to it. I did get 2 Pango books last night, so let's talk about what I got. I got A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden, because I've been seeing this around and I've been wanting to read this, and I got this for $5. Like, that was a steal. And then I also just got The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, because I really enjoyed the 7-Year Slip, so I'm excited to get to that. So those are the 2 books that I've bought. And let's also do some bookish updates while we're here, because I've been honestly really bad at updating this vlog, if we're being honest. I'm sprinting with Nell right now, so I'm doing this on my update. I finished Terms and Conditions the other day, never came and talked to you about it. This book is a 5-star. This book is a 5-star. I might have enjoyed it more than the fine print. Declan really came around for me in the end of this book. This fake marriage, this fake relationship, it was everything. It was he falls first. It was just so good. Like, she just didn't know if she could be in a relationship or not because she just couldn't ever trust someone fully. And then she met Declan and everything just changed. This book is what dreams are made of. Like the Lizzie McGuire, this is what dreams are made of. That was made for this book, okay? That was a little over the top, but that is what I think. So I loved this book. I cannot wait to jump into the final offer because honestly, I really am most interested in Cal's story because Cal is the other brother and he's best friends with Iris in this, which I found very interesting because still throughout the entire book, I was wondering why Cal and her weren't together, but I'm sure there's like some reason, although his book is like 600 pages. So like, I still don't understand. But I did take a little bit of a break between this and other books because I didn't want to just jump into that last book. Like, I wanted to take some time. So anyway, that is my update on Terms and Conditions. I loved this so very much. This series is honestly becoming one of my favorite contemporary romance series, which is very exciting. And then, oh, I also forgot to say, while I was at Target getting Christmas jammas, I also picked up this game called You're Getting Old, which looks super fun. Basically, like, it'll say something on here that, like, a card, and if you've said or done that thing, because you're an old person, you have to move up towards the, like, nursing home, but then, like, you can redeem yourself with the second half of the card. So, for example, one of these will say, you've had to explain to someone younger than you that text messages used to cost 5 cents a piece, which I have, so I would have to move up. But I don't have to move up if I have more than 2 piercings or tattoos, which I do. So that's, like, my youngin' self. I'm very excited to play this, hopefully with some friends, like, in the next couple of days. But I will also say, between the time that I've seen you and stuff, sorry, my son is like messing with Christmas stuff, my daughter is over there. I did finish Love Theoretically also by Ali Hazelwood, but you're not going to get an update on this because this is going in my Goodreads romance top 10 vlog. And so I cannot give you my thoughts on this. Just know that I did finish this and that I am also about to start Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, which I also can't give you my thoughts on because that's going in my Goodreads vlog. However, before I read that, I am diving into Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi because this is my room 8 book. And I was actually gifted this by Brittany. I officially read both of the books that I've been gifted from Brittany with The Never King and this. I'm very excited to read this. All I know is that it is about this little cafe where there's this little seat in this cafe where you can sit and you can time travel. But the rules are like, you can't actually change the past. You can only time travel until the coffee gets cold. There's like a couple of rules. And so like, there's not really a point why people time travel, but they still do anyway. And I think there's 4 stories within this one. And so I'm on story number 1. I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'm like 15% in because this book is like really small and short. So hopefully I should finish this today on the rest of these sprints. And then I can start on Yours Truly. But yeah, that is my update. As you might have seen in my last clip, I did go watch Friends Killing yesterday with my friends for Black Friday. That is the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally, like, if you've never seen it, go see it. Because it is just so bad. But apparently, after every kill, you're supposed to drink a shot of whiskey and run it down with gravy. And let's just say that's an experience that I never wish to ever do again. Again, if we're being honest. Okay, baby girl is playing with stuff that she shouldn't and putting stuff in her mouth, so I'm gonna have to go. I will check in with you guys in a little bit. What are we doing here? All right. Well,
I hate my entire existence. That is all.
Yeah.
I hate everything.
We got to like this part at the same time because I looked up and Brittany's like, no.
I saw her like shaking her head, and I was like, oh god. And as I'm like continuing to read this out loud,
But I think we can all assume from my reactions and everyone watching my reaction that it was not Shift or Smut. No.
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 awful.
Well, not quite, because Leandra said waist up, and it was just from neck up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on the right track, very close. And I'd also like to point out
There
that
was
Rainy
enough-
gave this a 2-star, FYI.
No. I gave
A
so
2-star,
on
which is
Storygraph-
a very high rating in my personal opinion.
So
for
on
this book.
Storygraph, you can give a 0 star. So I gave a 0 star.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a 1 for me.
Okay,
Because you're able to
but we
give
went
5.25 stars.
But we went into this knowing what it was, and
No.
Zero.
No.
No.
I'm judging a little. Like,
No.
you can judge.
I'm not judging, but I
Wait,
am
I'm
judging. a little.
judging.
He was a turkey head and he could not even speak. He just gobbled to this woman while he had sex with her. Okay.
And why did he have feathers? He had
Fine, I'll
feathers.
bump it down to 1.
He had feathery fuzz.
Good morning, friends. I'm sprinting with Bree currently. Ignore the bangs; they are looking a hot mess. And yes, I'm wearing an amazing Readathon shirt instead of my Clue Readathon shirt. Anyway, Eloise is on the floor. I'm trying to distract her, but I wanted to come up with an update for before the coffee gets cold. So I'm reading this currently for room 8. I changed my location for this update because baby girl fell over, hit her head, and started crying. So it is what it is. But let's chat about this book. I'm reading it for book 8, room 8. I'm currently 52% of the way through this book. I have 2 more stories left. There's 4 stories in this. And I was very excited for this book because literally every time I hear somebody gush about this book, they're saying how this book is so inspirational. It changed their lives. They'll never view things the same. It's just so great and like world changing, life rearranging, I feel like. And that's not the vibe I get from this book. And I'm really sad to say that because my friend who I'm hanging out with later today wants to know my thoughts on this book. Because she's one of those, I'm obsessed with it, girly pops. And I'm not. This book is boring. Honestly, it's really boring. It's very repetitive. They say the same rules about the coffee shop over and over again, which if you don't know what this book is about, it's literally about this little coffee shop in Japan where you can sit in one specific chair in the coffee shop and you have to have coffee in front of you, and you can travel back to any point in time, but you can't change anything in the past. The past is not going to change, or you can do stuff differently in the past, but it's not going to change the future, and you can only stay there until your coffee gets cold, basically, and that's it. And there's a couple other rules, but like those are the main rules. And so like each story follows someone doing that, and like I feel like some of the reasons why they're going back, like I wouldn't want to go back if I couldn't change the past. Like I don't know, that alone already makes me go like I don't know, but it's just boring. They repeat the rules all the time. All the characters have very similar names like Kotaki and Kazu and Fusagi and Fushimi and all these other names that I am getting very lost on like who is who. If I was not reading this physically and immersive reading it, I would be so lost. I wouldn't know who I'm listening to and all that. So there's that in itself. I am just not loving this. I'm very sad that I'm not loving this. I'm probably going to get rid of this after. If I'm being nice about it, it'll probably be a 3, but honestly it's a 2.5 because I'm really hating my life while I'm reading it. And she is getting very fussy because she probably hurt herself, is sad. So I'm going to have to go in a minute. But I'm not enjoying that. So that's what it is. And then also update. I went and sold all of my books. I took them off Pango. I took them to Second and Charles because I wanted money right now and there. And I could either get $34 in cash or $68 in store credit. And I have gone to the Second and Charles store so many times that there's not $68 worth of books in there that I wanted to buy, which is very unfortunate. So I got $34 for like 50 something books. And that makes me want to cry. I'm going to go to Books A Million later today and spend it. I just haven't yet. But I did walk away with this book, The Storied Life of A.J. Fikri, which is by Gabrielle Zevin, because I saw Ashlyn from Ashlyn Cayley, I believe the other day, reading this. And this is the woman that wrote Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. But I've heard that this book is even way better. And I didn't exactly love Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. I gave it a 3-star, but I'm hoping this could be a 5-star. This one is about a guy named A.J. Fikri, and he lives alone. His bookstore is experiencing the worst sales in its history, and then his prized possession, a rare collection of Edgar Allan Poe poems, has been stolen. But then a mysterious package arrives at the bookstore, and its unexpected arrival gives him a chance to make his life over and see everything anew. And I've heard so much good stuff about this book. I'm very excited to hopefully get to this sometime soon. But not making any promises. So now I'm going to read. I'm going to try to finish another story, and before the coffee gets cold, hopefully finish this today so I can get started on another Goodreads Choice Awards nomination. And then we'll see where the wind takes us from there. I do have Friendsgiving with my friends later today, so that should be fun. Little Miss Ma'am is going to come with me. And yeah, so I'll chat with you later. Sorry for the very low quality vibes, but this is how we're gonna end this vloggy vlog. I have Miss Eloise with me, and I finished before the coffee gets cold. I'm in Lincoln's bedroom because he's playing, and we're hanging out. So let's finish this vlog here. I read this, and it's a 3-star. The last 2 stories were significantly better than the first 2. They were very sad. There was even one about going to the future, which the reason she wanted to go to the future, very sad. I would still recommend this to people. Like, it was a good time. Like, I understand the story behind it, and like it's like my friend Nell said, like the opposite, like, I guess, message of like time traveling books usually. It's a very good book overall. It was cute, it was sweet. I'm not gonna continue on like by any means, but like I am glad I read it just so I can say that I read it. Why are you acting tired? You just woke up. So anyway, I'm glad that I read it, but I'm not gonna continue on. So I'm going to finish this vlog here. I read a lot of books this week. I read some for Goodreads romance. I read some for the Readathon. I read some weird smutty turkey stuff, which I didn't even really talk about it. All you saw was my sprint clips of that. Yes, I did read stuff by the Were Turkey. Yes, you heard it. He was half turkey, only from neck up, and like, man, the rest of it, which was weird. We also read a Taken on Thanksgiving one, which went down a very weird path. I thought it was just going to be some weird, smutty Thanksgiving romance, and it was anything but that, quite honestly. It was that and more. The plot was beyond wild. Like, just crazy. So anyway, that was fun, but now I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to probably pick back up on the last vlog. The last vlog is exciting because it's going to be kind of a tell-all where I kind of share a lot of information about what I read for what, and like just different behind the scenes things so that you can know what my brain was thinking during this readathon. And then I'm also just going to share my last little bit of reading, and I will pick up on this though right before Friendsgiving with my friends tonight. So yeah, look out for the next vlog. And with that, we'll see you all in a vlog very, very soon.